Hi beauty fam, I am still recovering from being sick, so excuse the voice and my messy hair, messy bun. I'm just doing my best here, but I'm about to run out to get some coffee. It's been coffee I hadn't had in over a week, so I'm really wanting coffee, and I'm going to try one of these, or maybe both of these. These are the About Face, the Performer foundations, and I picked up these two shades because they were supposed to be the ones that are more olive tone. This is the packaging it comes from. It's plastic. This is the shade M2, medium to olive, and I think this is the one that's going to match me. I also picked up the deeper one, but I actually think it's too deep. This is medium 01 olive. This is MD1 olive. Actually it is. So the M2 olive is lighter and the MD2 is deeper. I actually think this is too deep, and people always ask me, I'm like, go ahead, why don't you swatch both of these? Well, if one of these works, I don't want to open the other and waste it, because then it's a waste of money. So I'm gonna just try the M2 olive, and if it looks too light, I'll open the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this. It says that it's coverage meets skincare in the skin optimizing foundation formulated with powerful ingredients. A skin focused foundation. Okay, I don't know much about this brand other than I got this at Ulta, and it's a plastic container. Okay, so it's kind of this mechanism here. Oh, that's a really good shade match. Okay, so I'm gonna do one side of my face, and I don't have any primer on. I just have some SPF, and I just don't want to put too much on my face because it's really sunny out. All right, so that is what it looks like, and I'm going to use my Toyota brush. Oh, this is really nice. It's a very like skin, like my skin but better kind of consistency. Super nice. Yeah, this is like a perfect shade match. The other one's going to be too deep, so I'm not going to even open that. So this is the side with the About Face foundation in medium to olive. It's called the Performer, with foundation without. I think it looks so good. Okay, so I'm going to put the other side on, and I haven't dipped the doe foot in there again. So this is just kind of like one dip. This is the first time I'm using some sort of foundation that has like this kind of applicator, like a sponge tip like this. I can see why people like it. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use the Sephora foundation 56. I want to see how this works with this similar kind of brush. It's a synthetic, but it's a little bit softer. It's not as like full coverage, so it's a thinner application. It's more of a nimble brush too, which is nice. Yeah, I would say if you want more of a like a thinner coverage foundation, or thinner, use like a flat beer brush. This is nice. It's definitely like a serum-y kind of glowy foundation, but looks like natural. Makes your skin look really like healthy, glowy. In a way, it reminds me initially of almost like a dupe of the Chantecaille gel Future Skin Gel foundation, which is very natural looking, and this is more dewy. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I think the more I put on here, it's gonna look too olive. That's the danger of like foundations like this. If I put too much, it's gonna look too olivey. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I think it's starting to put too much. So I'm gonna take just like a beauty blender, and it's just gonna absorb any extra product that I had laid down. Yeah, there was definitely too much. And I'm gonna put really quickly some concealer on. Okay, so I put some Fenty's concealer on. So what I can say about this is it's actually very dewy, and I'm like combo skin, so I think this is gonna be too even dewy for me. So what I'm gonna do is actually take some powder, some loose powder, and just powder this down, taking my Sisley loose powder, and then some of my tried and true, this is Westman Atelier, This is the bubblegum pink one I use for my under eyes. And actually around my eyes here. Just looks like a brightener. Such a nice powder. And thank you to my beauty friends, you know who you are, who recommended I try that for my face under eye. Okay, so here's the thing I'm gonna watch for with this foundation is that I noticed the more I put on it looked a little bit too olive, and because it's dewy, I'm gonna see if it actually oxidizes, whether it oxidizes to orange or gray, but I'll be looking for that. But on initial first try, it looks pretty good. It doesn't cover up a lot of my rosacea, but it's still there. But a pretty good shade match. Just thought I'd show this to you while I'm doing this. I grabbed the DIOR Forever Natural Glow Bronzer in 051 Peachy Bronze. I've been loving this this bronzer as a tan person, and I'll tell you why. Is that it's really versatile for me. This is easy. It was almost like a blusher bronzer kind of thing. If I want more of the bronzer, I just go into the deeper one. But if I want some blush, I go up here. And I can use the same like peachy shades up here for a peachy brown moment here. Okay, I've been out for about an hour outside. It's about 75 degrees, and this is a very, very dewy foundation, but the shade match is really, really pretty. I think if you are someone with oily skin, you might have some challenges with this foundation. I already use loose powder and some of this Westman Atelier powder to tamp this down, and I'm already sweaty. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this Tatcha papers and then see if it tamps down some of the oil, which I'm gonna guess it is. This is a very like dewy foundation. Okay, so that's a lot better, but I did want to say this has a glow to it. This is kind of like the trend we're seeing with kind of glowy, really healthy looking skin. I think it's really nice. I think it's a really nice foundation so far. It actually has pretty good coverage. I do see some lifting here. I'm gonna see how this continues to wear. I'm actually gonna do a little touch up and see if some of that, yeah, there's like, it's like almost like filling in some of my pores here. So I don't know if that's the foundation or it's the powder I have, but I'm going to continue to wear test it. But so far, really great shade match. It is a really pretty foundation.